Hey everybody, JJ, the Joplin Regional Business Journal, launching our new series right here at Henkles Hardware. We're going to go in and talk to the Henkles. Each week we're going to bring you a new business in the greater area and talk about what it is they're doing, how they got started, and where it is they hope to go from here. So with that, we're going to go in and we're going to meet John and Chris Henkle here at Henkles Hardware. We're Henkles Ace Hardware. We're here in Webb City, Missouri. Hey everybody, right. JJ, and I'm here with my friend Chris Henkle. Like I said, we took inside the store. We're inside her beautiful paint shop. I hear a lot about the Clark Kensington all the time when I listen to you guys on the radio. But really, you're doing our inaugural show for the Joplin Regional Business Journal. Is what you're doing the first thing. And really what we want to focus on is just how you're in business, why you're in business, and what you're doing here in business, Chris. You know, if you can tell me a little bit.
Well, I'm from Webb City, and then my husband was from Grove. Really from Chicago, and then moved to Grove. And we had a business, the first business we could ever afford was on the Mexican border in Texas, so we were there for a while, but we always wanted to come back. So we had our eye on Webb City, and as we were back on vacation, all the land opened up. We were able to buy the land and kind of get a location, and we just moved from there. So we've been here 11 years. 11 years? 11 years in May.
How's it been in 11 years?
It's good. It was a little harder than we were in Texas. We were a little more of a remote location. It's a little bit different being on the main strip with all the big competitors. Finding your way. It's taken us, a long time to find our specialties.
Right.
So that's how we've survived.
Yeah, I mean, and what I love about you guys, and I am going to visit big box stores too. I know you hate it. I'm going to visit. Okay. I'm going to visit. Everybody.
We all got to do it.
We got to do it. We're all in business. But what I really like about you guys, and the difference in why I shop here, is the fact that you're so hands-on. I mean, it seems like everybody knows what they're talking about and what have you. Is that how you think, as a smaller business, that you've set yourself apart from me going in another store that I won't name and nobody having any idea where the heck anything is, or not?
Yes, and we have a lot more employee to customer ratio as well. So not just knowledge, but having just physical bodies to help people. You don't see that in the big boxes, and so not to say that some of their employees aren't well trained, but it's getting access to those employees and them being there when you need them. That's a difference. And so for us, we try and hit it right at the door, make sure you know where you're going if you don't want help. And then if you do need help, we kind of have steps of employees to where you've got some that are trained. It takes years to learn everything that we do. So we kind of keep stepping up, more experience. We bring more people in, and that's why we have radios, so we can call for help if we need to.
Fantastic. What is the plan? Are you done now? I mean,
no, we've always got plans. I mean, we are wanting to bring in a big name in power equipment. That'll probably be in the winter. Next spring, we've got that on the list. Eventually, we would like to possibly get into more lumber. That was just a hard one for us. That's what John's background is. But it brings a lot of problems. We're limited on space. We would never be a big lumber yard. We want to be a convenience lumber yard for the guy. And
my kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go on into Joplin. And so, that's kind of on our horizons. It's just that requires a lot of difference in insurance and bigger forklifts and infrastructure. So, I think when we bring in a plan and we kind of look at it, it's which one will make money quicker. And so the lumber just keeps getting pushed down. I mean, you can't quite measure how much you lose when a person, I'm not going to stop there because they don't have lumber, and they buy everything somewhere else. So we know we lose that. It's hard to measure that. So then when you look at the plain numbers of here's how much margins we have in lumber and how much extra investment, that's where it kind of stops us sometimes. So
how, every time I talk to you, I love talking business, being a businessman myself. You understand business. I mean,
or we die, yeah.
Or you
That's
die.
right, you die
but
if you don't.
You do understand business.
Yeah.
How do you have such a business background and just this being your business? I mean, you have to understand every aspect. I don't care if I'm talking plants, paints, shovels. I mean, everything. You have to understand it all and talk the talk. You really got to know it.
Well, I think that's the difference in small businesses is that I don't have a buyer that buys for me, and I don't have a guy that does advertising for me. So you get to be a jack of all trades after a while. And then, too, I think it's doing something that you love. you naturally just soak it in. So as you learn things, you just don't lose them. So I think that's a lot of it too. And then John and I are such great partners in that I was a CPA before we got married, and he has a lumber sales background. So when we got together, it was just natural that we would be able to do our business. And he has an accounting minor as well. So we all kind of understood it and had been in it. I never would have thought that I would have traded in suits to be a hardware store person, but here I am.
But you're a hardware store person. You know?
I am.
And 11 years in this location.
11 years here, and we were almost 10 years on the border in Texas.
Do you think this will be your last location?
No.
No?
No.
No.
No, I think we'll have this one plus.
This
eventually.
one plus.
And I don't know, we talk about that often, if we're going to put another location or just keep growing this one, because we have the half block here.
Right.
So it's always, I think our biggest thing is to get our kids out into college, and at that point, then we can dedicate a little more time to it, but we've never wanted to sacrifice the time with our family. We always spend enough working now.
And a personal story, I mean, you're working on your last kid in college right now.
We've got one more, it's 14, he's
One
a freshman.
More? Oh, you got a while.
So yeah, and so at one point we'll have a senior in college and a freshman in college, and we've got a 28-year-old daughter as well.
And a girl out there as well.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
Huh. Anything you want to shoot out to fellow business people? This is being watched by the business community as well as people that want to get into business.
Well, I think there's good and bads in getting into business. It is not what people make it out to be, as far as you don't make a ton of money right off the bat, or it doesn't. You don't always get to dedicate or choose your own schedule. A lot of people think they can work when they want, and that is obviously not the case. We work every holiday in retail. We work every weekend a lot of times, and you know, sometimes you feel like you're asking your employees if you can have the day off, because it's just it's a hard thing to do. So eventually you want to get to where your business isn't running you.
Right.
And so we're still kind of getting into that. It was just a little bit harder start for us at this location than it was at our other one. Just a different ball of wax.
Even being a hometown girl.
Even being a hometown girl, because although Ace Hardware is a cooperative of stores that we're all individually owned and we just buy together, it's not a franchise, people still look at us as like we are a chain store. So they expect chain store things from us at times. So it's a hard thing to overcome, because they want to shop local, but they think that we're not local. I think they expect more on return policies and things like that
Right.
they would like at the other big boxes.
Right.
It's just a lot of things like that. So it's rewarding, and the great thing is that we get to work together. We've worked together since we've been married, 21 years, and we do something we love.
And do something you love. And,
Yeah.
and working with your husband, would you recommend that for all businesses?
No, I can tell you that working with family does not always work out well. And I don't think some husbands and wives can work well. You know, we were this weekend at Columbia with his sister, and her husband are working together well. And they have gone into businesses. So there's only some couples that can do it. You have to be able to stand each other and then be able to go off in your separate ways too. So we have such different strengths that we're able to get out of each other's way.
Nice.
So.
Nice. We're going to leave it at that.
All
The
right.
Joplin Regional Business Journal, our inaugural video, right here with my buddy Chris, coming here at Henkles Ace Hardware. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week.